Okay, so morning guys. I've just come back from taking Reg for a walk. I've had breakfast and I've just sat down to start work in a minute. One thing from reviewing the footage from yesterday, I realised that I didn't really make it clear that there were quite a few things in the self-care book that I didn't identify with at all. I think that the way I was talking about it made it sound like, oh my god, everything in here is so relatable to my life. No. There was a lot about how, oh, Virgos have really bad digestion and so here's a bunch of natural remedies. That's not something I really struggle with, and therefore those weren't applicable to me. And also, oh, Virgos always think there's something wrong with them, which again, I don't. They talked a lot about sort of natural remedies and eating a lot of organic and natural food, and Virgos wanting to use like natural substitutes for clinical medicine, which is not something that I am interested in, but I thought it was, just an interesting observation. Natural doesn't mean anything, it just means non-synthetic, and I really, it's really an eye roll to see this sort of debate between having natural versus chemical, because, just take food for example. Rat poo is natural and I don't want it in my food. Cyanide is natural. There are so many things that aren't natural that could kill us. And then you've got people saying, oh, chemical is bad, but everything is made out of chemicals. So I don't really know where this came from. Also, organic versus non-organic. Organic is meaningless practically. It just means that no pesticides were used to produce the food, which if someone sort of switches to an organic farming style after using chemicals or chemical fertilizers and pesticides for years, then there are still going to be those chemicals in the soil. So the food is then not organic. And then you also have the fact of, okay, so you've used no fertilizers, so you've got slower growth and less growth, and you've used no pesticides, so half of your crop has gone to pesticides, so you have to double the price of everything. So in my mind, it's not something that's sustainable or all that good, really. So yeah, it was just an interesting sort of sub thing. Also with the whole natural medicine alternatives, natural medicines that have been proved to work have been turned into medicines, so they're not something that I seek out personally. When people discovered that wild animals were chewing on willow, when they were in pain, they found that there was a specific chemical in willow that was a natural painkiller. So instead of just telling everyone to go chew on willow, they extracted that and made aspirin. So, now we as humans take aspirin instead of willow. So, natural alternatives, I think when people discover that a natural alternative works, it gets turned into a medicine. So, I just thought it was an interesting sort of discussion point. I also thought it might be interesting to have a look at what are some of the sort of classic traits of the Virgo and seeing how many I sort of identify with, and then looking at a completely different sign and seeing how I sort of match with that one, just to see how sort of vague and applicable a lot of these things are. So, loyal, I like to think I am. Analytical, absolutely. Kind, again, I really like to think I am. Hardworking and practical, absolutely. Shyness, yeah. Worry, overcritical of self and others, absolutely. All work and no play, yeah. Liking animals, books. Well, I'm on a book channel, so I love animals, hence the fact that I have my dog behind me, but I absolutely love animals. Cleanliness, absolutely. Disliking rudeness, absolutely. It's a trait I really hate. Asking for help, I struggle with that a lot. I've been working on it. And taking centre stage, I think that's an interesting one. It's something I find difficult in a social setting, but in very controlled settings I do like doing so, especially in drama and theatre, which I really enjoy doing. Paying attention to the smallest details. Yeah, I can definitely get lost in the details and find it difficult to see the big picture. Deep sense of humanity. I don't quite know what that means. I suppose love for humans, which, yeah. Methodical approach, yeah. Nothing left to chance, absolutely. Often tender. Heart might be closed to the outer world. Yep. Often misunderstood because they lack the ability to express. Now, I definitely agree with that one, but I do think that's because of my autism more than the fact that I was born in September. Won't accept their feelings as valid, true, or even relevant when opposed to reason, absolutely. And concerned about matters that nobody else seems to care about much, yes. Well-developed sense of speech and writing, I hope so. Choose to pursue careers as writers, journalists, and typers, blah, blah, blah. Their need to serve others makes them feel good as caregivers and on a clear mission to help. I value helping others very, very highly. Virgos are excellent advisors. I always aim to give very good advice that will help people. I'm definitely someone who, like, I think that there's many ways of sort of giving advice, and I think that there are very few people who I will go to for advice. So, for example, most people, when you ask them for advice, will sort of jump to telling you something that they think you want to hear rather than actually listening to the person. So I always ask, you know, are you wanting sort of practical steps to help you? Are you wanting just a listening ear so you can vent? Or are you wanting a distraction? So once I figure out one of those three things, and if they're then wanting practical steps to help them out, I never try and tell someone something that I think they want to hear, because I just think that's not helpful. So people who are like me in terms of advice giving, I will definitely like go for when I need advice, and then most of the time I won't go to other people for advice more than like just a pick me up I guess, if I'm having a problem. But yeah, I always try and really listen to a person in order to give them advice. Dedicated to their family, yeah, I love my family, really miss them now. Always save money, yeah. See irrational spending is a bad habit. Yep. Like practical solutions that don't cost too much, yes. And the rest of this article is about sort of lovey-dovey stuff. What does this one say? Smart, sophisticated and kind. I like to think so. Gets the job done without complaining, absolutely. Adept at big picture thinking. I mean, I like to plan things far out in advance, but I think that I can get bogged down in detail. Shy at first meeting. Yep, a lot of people have said that about me. Ooh, one of the more passionate signs. Ooh. Virgo hates when someone lets them down, even in a minor and unavoidable way. Yeah, definitely. Never wants to disappoint people in their lives, and may spread themselves too thin to put themselves last. Yeah, I have a problem with doing that. Happily sign up for adult education courses. Yeah, I've got a year's subscription to Future Learn, which I'm very much enjoying. Okay, so that's both of those articles on Virgo, and I'm interested to see what it says about Leo, especially given the fact that, so my sister's a Leo and we are remarkably different from each other, so I'm interested to see how the articles sort of go into the Leo traits, and one, whether or not that fits my sister, and two, whether or not I identify with the majority of the things that are said. So let's have a look. Creative, passionate, generous, warm-hearted, cheerful and humorous, yeah. Arrogant and stubborn and self-centered, lazy and inflexible. Serena, I don't know if you're watching this, but Leo likes theatre. Yep, she does. Although I also love theatre. Taking holidays, being admired, expensive things, bright colours, and fun with friends. She definitely likes that. Dislikes being ignored. Yeah, well, don't we all? Facing difficult realities. My sister is definitely one for just avoiding things she doesn't want to experience or doesn't want to deal with. Natural born leaders. Dramatic, creative, self-confident, dominant, and extremely difficult to resist. Able to achieve anything they want in any area of life they commit to. Many friends, for they are generous and loyal. Yeah. she's definitely that. Self-confident and attractive. I don't think she's that self-confident. I think she's a sort of person that likes to put on that front, but she definitely exudes confidence, and she's very attractive. Warm-hearted, in love with life, trying to laugh and have a good time. That's very her. Easily take the initiative in resolving various complicated situations. That's more me than her, but fair. Easily ask for everything they need. I'm not like that, and certainly my sister isn't. Just as easily unconsciously neglect the needs of other people in the chase for their own personal gains or status. No comment. Prone to mood swings. Again, no comment. Leos love being surrounded by modern and trendy things, and they spend money less responsibly than other signs of the Zodiac. Again, no comment. Most of the rest of that is about sex life. I'm not going to read that. Bold, intelligent, warm, courageous. Yeah. By the way, a lot of these sort of Google searches has meant that I've ended up with like have a free tarot card reading adverts on my Facebook, which oh, it's just my luck. Adventure seeking. That's very her. So yeah, that's sort of an interesting dive into things, but yeah, I've really got to get on with work now. So I probably won't get any reading done until my lunch break, although I'm having a meeting in about an hour and a half, so I probably won't be able to take lunch for a while. But yeah, I'll talk to you when something changes. You enjoying your lunch break? Okay. Look at that gorgeous day. I'm definitely going to go out and take a walk later and make the most of that, because it's often so rainy here. And of course, as soon as it's not the weekend anymore, blue skies. So anyway, I'm just having a chill out while I have the rest of my lunch break. I just had some lunch and I found the audiobook for Matilda, so I'm just going to be listening to that for a little while and then getting back on with work. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to meet up with a friend and go for a walk, which I think will be lovely. So yeah, I'll update you either when I finish the book or when I'm about to go for a walk. Okay, so it's a lot later now, it is yawn. So, went out with a lovely walk with the friend that I've bubbled with. I'll insert a clip here of that. That was very nice. We had a lovely, lovely day and we watched the sun go down and then came back, made some food and then had a long conversation with my parents and my sister over FaceTime. Didn't get any more reading done, although I did start on Matilda during my lunch break. So, what time is it now? So yeah, what I'll probably do is have a bit of a chill, take Reg out on another walk, and then read a little bit more Matilda and see if I can finish that off tomorrow. Might be a bit of a tall order, but hopefully that will give me enough time to finish the other books on my weekly TBR before the end of the month. So yeah, I'll update you when something changes. Morning guys. Man, I look rough. Oh. Are you going to stop rolling around? Yeah, I pretty much just... Okay. I pretty much just woke up and had breakfast, went out for a walk with Reg, and I did not get any more read of Matilda last night, so my aim today is to complete it. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave my phone down here by the Wi-Fi so that I can try and get some videos uploaded faster. I've got 2 videos that I filmed over the weekend and I want them to go up over the next couple of days so that I don't end up posting like 5 videos all at once when I film my February haul, unhaul and wrap up. So yeah, I mean, I did leave this here while we went out for a walk and it only increased to about 1%. Reggie, do you mind? Oh, as soon as I put the camera on him, he stops. So yeah, it's only at 1%, so hopefully that'll just tick away in the background. I'm also trying to unclutter my iCloud storage so that I don't have a problem with transferring these video files, although it's easy to forget how much bigger videos are than photos, because I think I cleared off like 4,000 photos off my phone about a month ago, and it's saying again that I'm running out of storage, so I'm getting all my videos onto a hard drive and then this is what I live with. So yeah, while that's going on, I'm going to go do a bit of work, have some lunch. I have a therapy sesh and then I need to buy some groceries because I have practically nothing in the house. And then probably a bit more work. Then a friend of mine's coming over for Indian tonight, so I'm hoping that over my lunch break and over the afternoon I can finish Matilda, because I know that I won't be reading any while my friend is here, so that's the plan anyway.